Hi everybody, this is Terry Lee and this is video 6 of our series on our photo album, and this is going to be, I'm hoping, the last video. I'm hoping we can get this all done. Okay, so today we're going to put a spine in. It's not going to be a traditional spine, it's only going to be hooked on one side. And hopefully I got it right this time, because last time I tried to video this I hooked them up backwards. So you want to make sure that your side with the strings is on the left side and your other one is on the right side. And you want a 1/2 inch spine. Now I went ahead and made mine because I figured you didn't want to watch glue dry. It's several pieces of cardboard glued together, a 1/2 inch wide, and then I glued a piece of paper that had the pattern, you know, from the kit, one on each side. So that's how I did that. Now all we're gonna do is I'm gonna kind of push down on this one with my little pinky finger in my hand, but we're just gonna take a piece of white, what I use is medical tape. This piece isn't quite long enough. I cut 2. Let's see if I cut this one long enough. Close enough, I guess, if I do it right. I'm just gonna lay it down across here, and then lay it down all the way to the top. Oh, looks like my spine moved. I'll try that again. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I just bumped the mic. So if that was a bunch of to you, I apologize. So we want to make these even. Start with the tape at the bottom, then go all the way up to the top. Kind of smushing them together a little bit more. Alright, well, I'm having a little bit of difficulty here. I don't know why. I've done this before and it worked just fine the first time. Okay, so I'm going to put it down. I think I'm just taking too long. I'm going to put the tape down, and you'll see that it doesn't really grab onto the spine very well, because the spine is kind of lower down. So put it on. Looks like this left side is good. This side looks like it moved. You can see how far away the spine is from the side through the tape. So if something is moved before you've adhered it really good, then you can adjust it. Now remember, these are really kind of fat, so you want to be careful. And then we're going to do another piece of tape. This time I'm going to start at the top, because this one doesn't go quite all the way down. And that's going to give us our spine. Now you're going to want to push down on everything to make sure that everything gets stuck to the spine. This is going to be kind of a different one. Let me trim this a little bit. I don't want to cut the bottom of my envelope, do I? Alright. Trim that little piece off, and I think there's a little piece right there. Yeah. Okay. And then that's going to be the spine of your book. Hopefully yours looks better than mine. I'm having a little issue this morning. So when you flip it over, you'll see that the spine is not a regular spine. This is just kind of, oops, I'm holding it upside down. This is just to kind of hold everything together. I just kind of loosely tied that to make sure everything was on the right side. And just kind of push it down and make sure that it's holding everything. It's just mainly so that you can fold it, and then you've got a white spine for your book. And on mine, because of I put the piece with the pattern on both sides, then you can kind of see it through the white tape. Okay, now I don't color mine, I just leave it white. So that's up to you. You could paint it if you wanted to, depending on what color your papers are and your ink and all that. So now, let me make sure which is the front and which is the back. Okay, this is the front. Do I have it upside down again? Yes, I do. Yes, this is the front. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do the front, and the front of it is fairly easy. You know, we've done these envelopes like this a bunch of times. I've made an executive decision, and I'm not going to have a closure like this on mine. We already went over how to make these, so if you want a closure like this on yours, you can make one of these with the little brad if you want. I've decided to use these little Velcro dots. I only have black ones. I wish I had white ones, but I don't mind having the little dot. And I think I'm gonna put it here and here so that I can still use my pockets. Okay, see, that was one of the problems with the closure, was it blocked my tuck. And I don't think I put the measurements in for this one because I think I didn't think about it. But anyway, we're going to do this envelope just like we've done all the others. So this one is, let me look because I think I have the back cover on here first. So let me look at the measurements. Okay. The business envelope at 3 1/4 inch from the left with the closure on the inside. Okay, so you're going to take the envelope and score it. Let me stick this back up here, and then I'll switch it back around because I've got two versions of the back for you today. So let me show you what we're going to do. We're going to do all of this. So like I said, hopefully we'll get it all done. This is for the cover. Now I've already, since we've already done this a bunch of times, I am going to, yeah, this is for the back, or the new back. Where's my sample of the old back? It should be in here somewhere. Well, I'll find it. It doesn't matter, it's very easy anyway. So when you fold the front, you're gonna end up placing it like this, with the fold over like that. So this is 3 1/4 inches. That makes this 5 1/4 because it's going to be 8 1/2. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a regular business envelope. Let me get one and show you. And we're going to do just, yes, I keep a big box of them. And we're going to do it just like we did before on all the others. Now we're just going to do this once on this one, even though we've got 3 or 4 that we have to make. So we're just going to cut the ends like we did before. And don't worry, I'll use this on something. It will not go to waste. It's not being sacrificed. Now my voice cracked. Okay. And then that should make it 8.5 inches. They almost always do end up measuring that. Yep, it's 8.5 plus 1/2 of a 16th, which is a 32nd. Do you have 30 seconds? That was really bad. And then we're going to get our scoreboard. Score! Yay! And the crowd roars. I don't know why I do that every time I say scoreboard. It's in my head. I don't even watch soccer. Okay, 3 1/4. You're gonna score it. So that way it'll help you fold it. And just flip it over and score the other side. 3 1/4. Oh, my dog is losing his mind. He's going to start barking. I forgot to close the bedroom door. Yeah, I turned my bedroom into a craft room. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I have a twin bed because it's just me and the dog. And I put it in the living room. And I use it as a bed couch. Okay, so it's 3 1/4, 5 1/4. Okay, we're going to do just like we did before. We're going to cut this so that when we fold it, there's not too much material. So we're going to go just one side of your score mark. Oops. And go in to your score mark. So it's going to be like a triangle. No, it isn't like a triangle. It is a triangle. And you take that off. And now you've got your 2 pieces. You probably have to make that wider so that when it folds, then you don't have too much material. Yeah, see, that still seems like it's going to be too much. You make that a little bit bigger. Okay, a little bit bigger on this side. Okay, so now your envelope, the top looks like this. It's got a V in it. Okay, and it's open. And so what you're going to do is you're going to number the parts. I just had it. Oh, the envelope is right here. Duh. So now this is the part that's going to be stuck down on the front. So we're going to mark an X on this. And then I think this time, no, that's not going to work. I don't know what this silliness was in my mind. Oh, because this goes on the back. This one goes on the back. This one is the cover. Boy, I tell ya, we're doing the front. Now remember, you're going to get a copy of this image. I'm going to give you one in this pattern which is garden. And then I also have the one that's in the original Inky Flowers pattern with the word photograph on it, so that you don't have to do that. So what you're going to want to do is, oh, that's the back. What you're going to want to do is number these. So that's the back, and then we've got 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 4A, because these two pieces are going to be the same size, and then 5A, and then 6 is that piece we put in here to cover, so you can't see it, but that's 6. Now remember, we're gonna paint the fold so that it matches all the other ones, and then we are going to cut all the pieces. And I forgot that we are going to add a tuck here. So usually this is about 2 inches, and then the height is 3.5, and the height on this one is 3.5. All right, so you're going to need 2 pieces at 2 times 3.5. All right. So you're going to need a piece 3.5 by 3.5. You're going to need 2 of those. Oh, no, you're not. No, you're not. This one's taller because it's the front. So let me start again. You're going to need a 3.5 by 3.5. You're going to need a 5.25 by 3.5. You're going to need 2 at 2 inches by 3.5. Then you're going to need a piece that's 3.5 by 1.5. You're going to need 2 of those. You're going to need a piece that's, or 2 pieces that are 5.25 by 1.5. Then you're going to need a piece that's 3.5 by 4 1/8 for the cover. Have fun. These are all the pieces. I cut them all out ahead of time, and I numbered them to where they go, so don't forget to do that. And then the next step, of course, is inking them all. So you're going to have to, when you ink your envelope, I'm going to go over this one more time, make sure that you ink where the folds are. All right, on the front and the back, when you lay it out flat, you can see that everything is inked. All the creases, all the edges, okay? And then you don't have to worry about the inside because we're going to glue it shut. Okay, so you got all that? So let's glue the cover on. This is the old cover. Ah, there's the example. Okay, so we're going to glue the cover on, making sure you've inked your cover page, and it's going to be 6 by 9. Wow, my gluing is really bad this morning. I had a gluing incident, and I accidentally glued my hand warmer to my hand. And Fabrifix is made to work on fabric, so that was interesting. You see, now that's why we do add the envelopes on the sides first, because we are going to cover them with the cover. And slide it just a little bit. I don't know about you guys, but I am hungry. Should we all take a break for lunch? All right, so now we've got that down. So now we're going to glue all of our pieces on. You're going to have a short piece for here and a long piece for here, and the reason we did that was because of folding it. I've come to the realization that just folding this one piece is not very good. When you paint, make sure you paint down here a little bit, because when you put it in here like that, you might possibly see down the edge a little bit. So we're going to glue these on. Remember to make sure that it can still fold. Okay, and glue this one on. So these are number 6, A and B. Okay. I don't know if you can hear it, but my little heater's turning on and off. And I know it's only October, but the way my apartment is set up, my bedroom is 3/4 of the way underground. So my bedroom window is at ground level. And so it stays cold in here. All right, so at this point we can glue this shut. Or actually, let's glue these pieces here. Number 1 on the front. No, let's glue it shut. I've changed my mind. I've made an executive decision. I think I've made several of those over this series. And just so you know, I think you're going to like the new way of doing the back better than the original way. Glue spider webs going. All right, so now this is the front cover, number 3. So we'll glue that on if we don't kill ourselves with the glue bottle. And I filled it up all the way, even though it was only half empty, so that you guys didn't have to hear me gripe about how long it takes for the glue to get up the nozzle. And you're going to want to look at the direction of your flower or whatever. Since we're going to have a tuck spot here, I decided to put the flower on this side. Okay, and this is going to be the front. This is going to be this side, and the tuck spot's going to be here, and so you'll be able to see most of that flower. If you hear that noise, you can realize that not that much glue is coming out, because I'm kind of scraping it along so much doesn't come out the end there. I think I'm gonna, oh, I guess I'm not. I was gonna scooch it up a little bit more. So now I have to scooch this one down so it matches, even though I didn't really want to. It made me do it. So now we're gonna glue the front on. Remember, we're gluing this to the cover, so we don't have a piece for that. And the reason I went ahead and picked a white piece for this fold over is because I thought maybe a fussy cut piece or some ephemera or something would maybe look nice on the front, since this is different paper than the other paper, which that paper had built in, you know, flowers and stuff, so you could cut the papers. I mean, this one does too, but they're not the same. It's just not the same. So, got that one. Now all we have to do is glue these flaps. Remember to just glue the envelope on one side, the lid, put the paper on, leaving the space for it to fold. We're going to glue this on. Sorry about that sound of silence there. And it's okay that it covers the V as well, because we're going to trim it. There's no reason to trim these pieces to begin with, because they're not going to match up. There's no way to cut them exactly the same as the V, right? And then all we have to do now, and now you can glue all the way up here. Don't glue the cut, because we're going to have to cut that off. So you can see right here. You can see right here where we're going to have to trim it. Make sure you can still fold it. Okay. Okay, there we go. And now we're just going to trim everything on both sides to make it match up with our cut, and then also with our 2 pieces of paper. So we're just going to trim this right there like that. Now we're going to do it a little bit more. I lost my reading glasses, so I'm wearing these old ones until tomorrow when my new ones get here. Why is there a little piece of black there? Oh, this is what we're gluing. Duh. I had a duh moment. Now remember, once you cut these, you're going to have to ink that again, because those are the pieces that you inked on all 4 sides. Okay, that looks good. All right. So now we're all done with this. It was pretty quick, huh? Looks like I have a little piece of paper sticking out. Okay. So now we're going to glue this on the cover. Okay. This one isn't quite the width of the whole cover. Are we going to have trouble? I'm going to have trouble right here in River City. I'm sure the rest of you probably do not watch really old musicals. Oh, that just doesn't seem... Maybe it's this one. Yeah, and then we're gonna put a closure on here anyway, and we're gonna put some sort of picture on here. I'm not sure what. After this video, I'll make a flip through after I've finished, you know, doing what I'm doing. Some of this is too thick as well because I added some extra stuff that I didn't tell you about. So after this, if you want to watch the flip through, then you can see what I've decided to do. So this is going to be glued onto the cover. Make sure everything's right side up. Well, now that it doesn't go to the edge, now I'm thinking I should put it in the center and not cover that flower. I have the two flowers like that. And now since I'm going to use dots, maybe I won't make tuck spots for the front. I don't know. I may come back and do it. I have little loose random dots. Now to use a little Velcro dot, just put it on here where you want it with the other one still attached to it and the sticky side out. That way you know it's going to line up when you go like this. Or when you go like this. Looks like the envelope's a little wonky. There. So now you're going to want to decorate this. You don't want to just leave it plain because that kind of looks a little plain. And I've decided on the inside here where I removed the closure and put this on. I think actually there was a place in here, oh, I think it might have been on this, that I'm going to put a dot because it flaps out all the time. And you'll notice in here I cut out a fussy cut and made a little side pocket out of it, and I left this open so that this whole envelope area is still open. You can put something in there. And I went ahead and put my little ephemera there, and I'm gonna do something here. I don't know what. Oh, this is in a big knot right now. All right, well, you'll see it in the flip through. I put a piece of my hand dyed paper in there, and I think there was one other thing I may have changed. All right, so that's the front. Now the back is really easy. Let's glue on the cover. I made the two pieces from two pieces that I printed out of the same paper. You can make two different papers if you want. Hi, this is me again. Sorry about that. We had a little bit of a glitch. And so where we left off is we had just glued the back cover on. We were going to talk about finishing up and doing the back. Now, the original way is to take a business envelope and cut and seal it and cut those little ends off and then seal it and and glue it, and then that 3 inches from each end, and then that gives you 2 little pockets, and then you glue them on this way, you glue them on this way, one facing this way, one facing this way with your decorative paper on it, and then that gives you a little spot to slide here, and then if you want you can make a little tuck spot. I think in my original I had them this way, but when you tucked something in here, it kind of went over the top of that one. So I would recommend going sideways. You could go side by side. You could go one this way, one that way. All right. So that was our original way of doing it, and that's the way this original was done. Now these look like tuck spots, but they're not. I wish that I had their decoration, and now I wish that I had made them into tuck spots. Okay, so I got to thinking about it, and you know what happens when I start thinking, things start happening. So what I thought of was, well, what if I put these envelopes like the ones we've been doing? These already have the Velcro dots on them. What if I put one here and then one that opens the opposite way here? And then that would give space for 2 more pictures, possibly 3. Okay, so I thought that, and fortunately because of the glitch I hadn't glued anything on yet, let me put it that way. And then I thought, wait a minute, see, so that's 2 ways you can do it so far. And then I thought, wait a minute, I had made an extra one of these. Do you remember in video 1 I had an extra one? And I thought, you could actually glue one of these on the back, and then you would have, let me get a tag here, then you would actually have, my voice again, the one big envelope here, remember, that goes all the way down the full 9 inches. And then you'd have a pocket here, and then you'd open this up. Oh, and you'd have a tuck spot here. This is too big to go in there. And then a pocket here, and then you would open it up, and you would have another pocket here, and a tuck spot here, all on the back. So if you want to go back to video 1 and make another one of the very first thing that we made, and put that on the back, I think that would be pretty cool too. It's totally up to you. So those are the 3 different ways to finish off your book, the 3 different ways that I thought of. Now, I was going to talk to you about, well, that was before the glitch, and now I don't know where it is. Well, isn't that special? Okay, well, let me show you 3 envelopes. Oh, I know where it is. It's inside the book. Oh, here it is. Because before the glitch, I had put it inside the book. I was going to show you how to make one of these. It's a little flip out, and it flips out like this. So 3 pieces like that, and it gives you a pocket here and a pocket here, and then a place to decorate. And then when you flip it over, you have a pocket here, and I put a little pocket here with some ephemera in it, and I just haven't decorated that spot yet. And you close it back up, and there's a pocket here, and then there's a flap left, so I just put a piece of ephemera on there and close that up. So I was going to show you real quick how to make this since we had a minute. And it's really easy to make. You just need 3 envelopes that are the 3 5/8 by 6 1/2. And oh, here's my sample. They are number 6 envelopes. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So to make this, which is the sample, is very easy. You open up one of the envelopes and then you glue the flap to the bottom of the next envelope with the envelope facing the other way. Then you flip it over. Then you flip it over. You flip it over and then you glue the bottom or the flap to the bottom of the next one with it flipped over the other way. And that's all there is to it. And that gives you a pocket on this side. 2 pockets on this side. Oh my goodness. All right, so that's all there is to making that, and then you just start decorating. So that's just a little bonus for you so that you have something that the person can tuck other additional photos into, or notes about where they were when they were taking their photos, or maybe their family photos. A lot of people keep digital photos nowadays, but they have a lot of family photos that are left over from when they were younger or from their grandparents, and they need somewhere to store them. And so they need a photo album, right? Which is why we made a photo album. Oops, I flipped my flap the wrong way. I flipped my flap the wrong way. All right, so that's it. Just remember to decorate the front. You're going to get the tutorial on how to make this cover. And then Jane from JaneyBJournals was nice enough to allow me to use this image in the tutorial and leave one of the pages complete like this with the word photographs on it, so you don't have to try to do it. And if you use the Inky Flowers kit, then you already have a pre-made cover. Okay, and there'll be a link on how to get that from her. So I haven't decided which way. I'll post it in the Facebook group, and you'll see how I ended up deciding how to do it. There's actually another way, which is to add a flap on the back. You could do the flat way, right? So that these are flat, 1, 2, 1, 2, whatever. And then make a hinge for this and then cover it, right? And then fold it over, and that would be your back. So you could do that as well. Just remember, if you're going to do it that way, you're going to need to do it before you put this back paper on. So that way you can cover where the hinge is attached. Or if you've already done the back, anticipating the last video, then you can do the hinge anyway and then cover it with a tuck spot, and then they can tuck stuff in here, and then, you know, just work your way around it. Put the 2 pockets here like this. Well, I didn't make 2 demos. Like this, and that would cover your hinge, and then they would have a place to put photos. You could put something on the back here. All right, so that's another way. So now I've given you 4 ways to finish your photo album. Because I love you guys, and I'm just that way, and I want to give you options because everybody has their own preference. And so I thought on the very last page in the back I would give you options, and then that way you could decide for yourself. Now, what I would really like for you to do is to join the Facebook group, Sweet Pea Papers and Friends. You can just follow the Facebook link in the text file below. Just click more, or it'll be across the bottom of the screen and you can just write it down. And then when you do, remember, you get the bonus. You get the PDF of the step-by-step how to do this with pictures, and you also get the papers. All right. I'm going to put the tutorial up on YouTube on how to do it, but you're not going to get the publisher files or the PDF on step-by-step how to do everything unless you're a member of the group. But once you're a member of the group, what I'd like for you to do is to post your version on the group, and then also make sure to show us the back and show us which way you decided how to finish your photo album. Okay? Well, this is Terry saying goodbye. I'll see you in the next video, and that'll be a second for you and a day for me. Bye-bye.